Hello. How is everyone? There's a lot. There's a lot of you, or else you're chatting a lot. Oh my god. Hello, 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 Shade Koneko. That is a gorgeous starting soon screen. It is. It is. The artist. Hang on. Let me grab their name actually, because I often do it. I'm pretty sure I have my starting screen credited, but I may not, and I may not have to do that actually when I start. Let me quickly go Skeebs. Where's my Skeebs? It was by this. Wait, hang on. There we go. This individual. But hello, Sari, always protecting us. Hello, Gusto. Hello, Gusto. Welcome in. Gusto Belgo. No. No. Get away. No, wait, hang on. Wait, I'm trying to do the roll. Oh, that's it. Or I sound more like a lawnmower. Just remember. Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet, Sari. Hello, Sicko Mike. Hello, Mike. How are you? How you doing? Hello, Nora. You guys were all saying hi to each other. That's why there were so many chats. Do you ever not realize how hungry you are until you decide to actually prepare your food? I've had that happen before sometimes, yeah. And it's like suddenly you're just like, it's clawing at your stomach and you're like, oh god. And you're trying to hold yourself back from like putting a lot of extra food in there or eating it raw. And by like eating like a slice of ham or two. I don't mean eating your like meat raw. Guys, don't eat raw meat. I know there's some people who like do it as like a yeah, we should, but no, don't return to monk. Well, how are you guys getting on? Hello, Dad. The last letter is O. You were gonna call me Dado because that's my nickname for some reason. You do know that biting and growling only makes you do it more. No, and as you say that, Pip comes in. Get away from me. I'm gonna bite your guys'. I'm gonna one day I'm gonna have an alternative thing. I'm gonna have it do like a random number generator, and you guys are gonna get your finger bit off by me. I'm gonna go and it's actually gonna bite the finger off. It's gonna spray blood everywhere, and then you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get arrested for assault, and chemical warfare for spraying me with your blood. Yeah. Enjoy the Hague. War criminal. That's all you guys get. That's all you deserve for poking me in the face. And calling to the stand, Pip _new_world. You poked a man in the face. How do you plead? He was growling. What do you mean? When my wait, no, who was it? I think it was it wait, no, it was Shade. It was Shade. Shade poked me, and I started growling. I started going wait, no, hang on. Your country did not sign up to the Geneva Conventions. Ah, damn. They really should put in they really should put in like a thing about poking Ruadh. It's illegal. Actually, you would get arrested. Shut up, nerd. No, Haru. I was just I can't bite it as well as Sasa. You guys are quick. You guys have gotten trained on Sasa, and I can't do it. You guys are too. It's out of my reach. Haru beat you to it by ½ second. Yeah, you guys just waiting for it. Drown check. Okay, let me. Where's my bottle of water? Usually I keep my bottle of water in like the side pocket of a bag. And in that bag, I sometimes have a laptop. And, sometimes it's quite a heavy bottle of water. I mentioned this before. It's like a metal. It's a metal, like, liter bottle of water. And sometimes I grab it by the handle and I just lift it up. And the bag comes up with it. It doesn't come out of the side pocket. And lifts it up. And then it just falls and breaks. And then, well, it doesn't break, but my laptop falls and I get very upset. What the heck? Stream isn't loading for you? Maybe try restarting, but no. Stop. Why are you guys insistent upon this? I'm gonna have indents in my face by the end of this. I'm gonna have indents of you guys' fingers on my face. Evidence that they're gonna use at the Hague to arrest you. Oh, okay. I guess I can forgive you guys. That's better. Don't spill your bag. Don't spill on your bag. No, it's more I pick up my bottle of water and then my bag drops and I forget that, my laptop was inside of it. Thank you. Hello. Oh, wait, no, I said hello, Tasty. Hello. It seems you're stuck in the shadow realm. No, I did notice when I started stream, my kilobytes. My kilobytes were going up and down, or my bitrate, sorry. But kilobytes too. My bitrate was kind of going up and down, so I don't know if maybe that was something that's happening across Twitch. It's stable now. Now Nora is beating you. No, you guys are like racing to do things. Twitch has been low-key tweaking. You had to refresh. What if I just spoke perfect whatever that is? Yeah, same really, Kotsid. Same. So true. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Let me go Google Translate. Let's see if this person called me who likes. What does that mean? What's that word mean? Hang on. I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna have to do later? Oh wait. Shibariki. Wait. It's what is this? It's deep fried turnovers. What the fuck is a turnover? With a filling, no. Is this gonna be like a 50-minute Wikipedia deep dive into like the tiny, like some random village in Russia? With a filling of ground or minced meat and onions, a popular street dish. They are made with a single round piece of dough. Oh wait, they kind of look like, They kind of look like bigger. Those look really good. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Those look savage. I would destroy one of those. Hang on, I've never tried it. Kotsid. Or, wait, what was it? What is it? Kotsid? But it looks very tasty. It does look very tasty. It looks very nice. Peter's Food Adventures. Thank you, Peter. Those look savage. Yeah, do you guys not know? Do you guys not use... Oh yeah, that's probably like an Irish term. Yeah, when things look really good, or like, something is like really fun to do, or usually it's used as a kind of for food. But you'd say something looks savage. There's also unreal. It looks unreal, class. Those look like curry puffs. I know exactly what you're talking about, and they do, actually. They do. Reminds you of a meat quesadilla. True. It's like the only stream that doesn't want to work for you too. No, what? That's not fair. Jeff Bezos, wait, hang on. Because you can't hear, damn you, Jeff Bezos. Wait, no, I forget how you spell his name. Give Tasty their internet back. There we go. You'd eat all of these. I would too. I'd even eat the fork in the corner. I eat the wooden part of the fork. To be fair, I've eaten a fork before. It didn't go well for me. I've told you guys that story before. My back molar did not win against the fork. Did not win. Those look like empanadilla. Those look like empanadillas. Were you okay? No, Pip. No, I wasn't. Maybe you don't know this story. One day when I was young, I I don't know what I was doing. I think it was because I was watching cartoons where when they're eating the hello me beloved. You were very hungry then. Hi, yes, I was a very hungry boy. So I tried to eat a fork. But in cartoons when they have like the big stick of meat and they're like rum 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 rum, they're like tearing pieces off of it with their teeth and stuff. Yeah, I was sort of like doing that with a fork. But what happened was should have tried to eat the plate. I probably would have done less damage to my teeth that way. I stuck a piece of meat on a fork into the mouth, and I bit down. Unfortunately for me, the prong, the center point of the prong, one of the prongs of the fork went directly into the center of my very back molar on the top right side, which would be your guys' left of me, and snap went my tooth. It was very painful. I ended up actually having to get both my top right and bottom right tooth. My top right and top bottom right, very back molars taken out. But it was actually just incredible planning by me, because I had both of my top molars come in. I had both of my wisdom teeth. My wisdom teeth come in on that side. So, Ruadh always planning. Kotsid, name pronunciation. Well, Kotsid, I do hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly too. My name is pronounced Ruadh Ua Quilta. Ruadh Ua Quilta. Ruadh, but you can call me Ruadh. Imagine you get auto-modded. Empanadas. Shut up. Looks kind of yummy. It does look yummy. Those look like... Oh, wait, no, hang on. You're hungry now. Where is the top of infinity? I don't know. I don't know what the top of infinity is. That's a very difficult thing. Apple turnovers are delicious. What's a turnover? I'm guessing a turnover is just this. This is a turnover where you have like dough or whatever and then you fold it over on itself. I assume that's the thing. Honestly, Slay bro got clairvoyance, yeah. Like imagine if I didn't do that and then I got like an impacted wisdom tooth. Yeah. See? Pre-planning. That's why that's why you should like break your arm in case you break it again. Pretty much, Ruadh. Gonna be more expensive. Oh god, I don't even want to imagine what. The thing is that I have two other wisdom teeth that could possibly come in. Well, I don't know if I have them, but like there's two others on the left side that could possibly come in. It's a turnover with fruit filling and has icing drizzled on it. Ooh, I had a really good croissant today. I don't know what it was. Gonna pee break yourself? Oh, I thought you said pee break and you were like, that was just a weird way of saying you're going to the bathroom. I thought you were just like, I'm going to go pee break. And then you were just going to leave. Hi there. Hi, Natalie. It's nice to see you. No, I understand pre-break. Have you guys, wow, sometimes I forget this is meant to be ASMR and I'm just talking really loudly into the microphone. I'm sorry, guys. Streamer pre-broke. P-broke. Wait, hang on. Good job, Google Translate. Where does knowledge end and meaning begin? Well, I don't know if you can understand, but For me, I suppose knowledge would be, um, meaning is inherent in all things for me. It comes from the inherent meaning of creation through the divine essence that is the one. I'm not particularly any specific religion, but I very much take I don't want to say a deist branch of Thomism, not necessarily, but something like that. You've workshopped a solution. Good job, Tasty. Good job. You should look up Chuleta Can, Puerto Rico. I think you'll like that dish. Let me take a look at that. Let me take a look at that. Puerto Rico. What the? Why do you, what is this thing? What is this? Is that a rib? That looks kind of cool. That looks like a club. It looks like I could pick that up and beat someone to death with it. You've never seen a pork chop like this? You understand everything? Good job, Kotsid. Hello, Foxy. What did you walk into? We're talking about food. We're talking about food. I'm not doing it. Foxy, this is how the start of my streams always start. They're not very ASMR like. You started spicy audio since yesterday and it's overwhelming and nice at the same time. I hope you enjoy, Natalie. How is food about religion? Hello. Oh. Cots. But that's what you get when you come into my stream. That's what you get when you come into my stream. That's what you get. But I was Kotsid asked the question in Russian, I believe, about meaning and knowledge, and I just gave a quick little answer. But now we're looking at this crazy looking pork chop that I feel like you could beat someone to death with. Imagine getting beaten. Imagine getting beaten up by a piece of meat. You can do that. You can do that in Team Fortress 2. And you can do that. You can do it with a fish too. And what I loved about the fish in Team Fortress 2 is if you hit someone, it would appear. If you killed someone with the fish, it would literally say. It would literally say fish kill in the kill feed. And like it's sort of like embarrassing that person for dying, you know? They deserve it. What belongs to you but is used by others more often? Belongs to my name? Yeah, my name, Ruadh. Ruadh. People call me Ruadh a lot. Although, to be honest, I feel like I use the word Ruadh more often than others. I feel like I'm the one who's always... Yeah, Gusto got it too. Fair. Mine is a lot worse to pop into sometimes. Yeah, it's just the way things go, Shroomy. Wait, are you okay with me calling you Shroomy? I can't remember. I can't remember if I called you Shroomy once and you were like, never call me that again, or if you were like, you can call me Shroomy. I don't remember. You can kill someone with fish too, IRL, as long as you don't get found out. You love Shroomy? Okay, I'm going to keep calling you Shroomy. You prefer Shroomy. Wait, how do I... What's the difference? Is it like... Shroomy is the first one, and then Shroomie. Shroomie. Shamui. Shamui. Shapoopy. 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 The girl that's hard to get. Shapoopy. Shapoopy. But you can win her yet. The second sounds closer to smoothie. Now I want a smoothie. Now I want a smoothie. Or I want a vit hit. Do you guys have vit hits where you guys are? Do you guys have vit hits? But I like this piece of meat. I'd like to try it. It goes good with rice and fried plantains. Ooh. Vit hits are really nice. There's like a dragon... How do you spell that? VITHIT. With a dash in the middle. Never heard of it. They're like a health drink, I guess. Like a health drink. You're old and new. You show up every time. What are you? Hang on, let me explain Vit Hits. They are just like health drinks with lots of vitamins, but they have really nice flavors. They have a very nice like orange and mandarin. Well, or orange and what's the other one? There's another flavor. Then they have like dragon fruit and yuzu. And like it's just very, very tasty, very strong flavors for a drink. The spelling looks cuter. True, Harrow. True. But yeah. I saw something really cute that just like made my day as I was walking home. I was walking home, and I'm someone who listens to music a lot, so I'll often have headphones in, and the amount of times that I've had my phone disconnect to my Bluetooth or my wireless headphones, and for some reason decide to keep playing music, or I don't realize that they're disconnected and I hit play music and then everyone can hear what I'm listening to. Literally, it happened today to someone else, and I saw people that I know look at me, and I was like, it wasn't me this time, but I saw someone. So I was walking home, and I saw a person on a bike a little bit ahead of me. I kind of was watching them because they were like they were weird. Maybe. Imagine the Riddler. Imagine the Riddler, like he asks Batman a riddle. It's like, to save these people, Batman, you must answer my riddle. Yeah. What gets wetter as it dries? And then Batman's like, a towel. He's like, maybe. I don't know. Mike, what are you talking about? Excuse. What are you talking about? Those. I'm guessing this is a reference to something. Breathe, Ruadh. What do I do now? I breathe it in. Do I breathe out now? Okay. A year. I see. You're old and new. You show up every time. Where are you? I get it. I think. But anyway, I was walking down the street and I saw a person on a bike, and they were like a motorbike, not like just cycling. That reminds me of another thing. But they were driving towards me, and I was kind of watching them, and I was like, what are they doing? And as they drove by, I heard them listening to they had it quite loud. You know the tune Forget Me Nots? Do you guys know that one? Do you guys know Forget Me Nots by Patrice? Who's it by again? Patrice something. Let me look. Hang on. Patrice Rushin. That's it. It's a really good song. I love the... If you were Batman, you had to solve riddles. Goodbye, Gotham. Gone in a flash, in a nuclear explosion. My God. Will Dr. Squatch please stop giving me adverts? I don't want to see naked men having a shower. Unless it's Kintsugi. But it's like the one that goes baby please. Yeah, so it's like, baby forget me not, I want you to remember, baby forget me not. I don't know, that's the chorus. Shut up. It's a really good song. Anyway, they were playing that quite loud. And they were driving towards me. And I look at them, and I'm like, what are they doing? And I realize they're dancing on their bike. They're doing like little moves as they go in their helmet. They're like voguing and like spinning their arms and just absolutely living life. And I do that often too. I'll often be bopping along or like grooving as I walk, and it was really cute seeing someone else do it. It was really cute seeing another person just have fun, just enjoy themselves. You know, it was very, very cute. Give you and Pip those ads. You do? No. You guys don't. It's the same annoying thing. It's like the Manscaped ads. Those annoy me. Those annoy me. Those ads annoy me. Oh, Pip, I talking about the Dr. Squatch ads, and it's always like some guy who's naked, and he's using some bar of soap on himself, and it's like, please get off my screen, please. I want to just watch a video. I don't want to see this. Please go away. Why would you want to watch that? I don't know. It's Mike. Mike thinks you do. You know those ads? Yeah. I find the Manscaped ones annoying. Very annoying, because it's always like they just pay. I don't know. I find adverts like that annoying, where they just pay a pretty lady to be like, I prefer this. It's like, okay, cool. Yes. Goodbye, Kotsid. You guess it's happiness. You guess happiness is contagious. You'll pass. I agree. Rude, I don't care. It made me laugh, actually, to be honest. It made me laugh. Wait, hang on. Streamer is boring? No, don't don't say that. That's mean. You guys don't think I'm boring, right? It's not like I read philosophy and theology on stream. It's not like you guys like fall asleep to my streams. No, stop. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. And I'm going home. Screw you guys. Yeah. Wait a minute, hang on, I forgot. This is my home. This is my forest. What am I talking about? Really, you guys should leave. But don't. I actually would like if you guys stay. I need the viewers. You didn't answer the Riddler's questions engagingly enough. What if that was leaves? No, Haru, that's mean. Thank you, Shade. You say that, but you don't mean a word of it. Oh, fine. Screw you guys. Thank you for the head pat, and thank you for the face hold. But imagine if Batman just did not engage with the Riddler. He's like, I have you now, Batman. You must answer 3 of it. Ow, fuck. What was that? You threw a batarang at me. I didn't even say my riddle. My first riddle. I didn't even get to finish the sentence. You don't even know what's happening. Ow, stop. Stop, Batman. This is not fair. I'm trying to do... Batman, stop. Stop throwing the shit at me. Was that a flashbang? Why? Batman, do you not care that I have a new... Oh, God. Batman, like half the city is going to get blown up if you don't answer these. Okay. Here's the detonation device. Here's the detonation. Stop beating me up. And that's how Batman could actually save the world. Ruadh, you really do randomly use the Southern Belle accent. What? What are you talking about? Was that the Southern Belle accent? Did I become to me, Southern Belle? Violence is the question. Answer is yes. Southern Belle to me is like a Southern lady. You had the southern twang. I didn't know I was capable of that. That's pretty cool. I couldn't do it on purpose. I was just trying to be like, I don't know. I just got a picture of the Riddler in my mind, and I didn't really do a very good Riddler impression, but I guess it worked out as a southern twang, which is pretty neat. You don't hear it. You actually have a bit of that southern accent, despite not being southern. Yeah, I didn't hear it either. Maybe I'll listen back to it. And we'll see what type of accent it is. Let me take another sip of water. Also, by the way, to talk about the book we're going to be reading tonight, you guys may have noticed that it's not the same book that we've been reading for a while. And that was a conscious decision I've decided to make. Maybe it's an Irish twang that you're mistaking. I don't think so. That wasn't me trying to do an Irish accent. But you may know that was a conscious decision. I read forward a couple more pages on this book, and I just found it was getting too complicated. It was getting really hard to follow. And that was even for someone like me, who I'm not saying I'm like, oh, like me. Oh yeah, I'm a fucking doctor. I have a doctorate in philosophy. No, it was just getting difficult to follow without rereading parts multiple times, and I don't think that would make very good content. We love when I'm twangy. See, I can't do it on command. I just have to fall into it by accident. Do you guys ever do that? I love when you fall into a voice by accident and you just kind of keep it going. You just kind of keep the voice going for as long as you can. Like when you wake up in the morning and your voice is really hoarse and it's like down here. You're like, you just naturally talk down here and you can make it go lower than normal. The humble brag. What was the humble brag that I fall into voices? But the thing is that like I don't know how to get back to that. I don't know how to get back to those voices. It's really the humble brag of knowing that. Yeah, but that's because I read these type of books. Like even I was finding it difficult to follow in the sense of like this is stuff I read about Thomistic philosophy. So I should be able to follow it fairly well. Although this is more platonic, but you know, your favorite way of reading books was always reading it out loud and giving the characters different voices. I should read like a fantastic... No, I read Fantastic Mr. Fox with Halconis. You guys should check out Halconis again, though, by the way. He got a new model. If he's live sometime, we will definitely raid into him. But, that meant you could never finish books. Did you run out of voices? Sick. You got like 7 or 8 characters hidden, and you were like, shit, I don't have any more voices, and I can no longer differentiate the characters. You're joking? No. I know. I got confused, and I was like, oh wait, you mean this? You tried doing that once and failed badly. Reading books out loud takes a long time. Yeah, you guys should appreciate me. You read monotonous in your mind. I feel like I read monotonous in my mind, but when I'm reading aloud with you guys, I try and put in a little bit more effort. One of your friends is from the south, and the more you talk, the more of the accent you have. It takes you like 15 minutes to realise, and you get embarrassed. You were talking like a southern gal again, wasn't I? And he'd just grin and say, I think you was southern born and bred if I didn't know you were from the west coast. A regular southern belle. I don't know. I'm not a very good accent person. I'd love to hear Ace do a southern accent. I feel like Ace P. Caswell. I feel like he'd do a good southern. I really like the southern accent. I'm not going to lie. It's a really nice accent. It's very pretty. It's actually fairly similar to the accent that you get. Hell yeah. I remember there was a video of I think a husband reading words for a lady recording, and he was like saying words like oil, but he was like oil. No, what was he? I don't know how. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't know the actual specifics of the accents. I would just do like a general, yeah, whatever. Your accent erasure is so bad you accidentally adopt accents too. See, the thing is, I would wonder what would happen if I did a stream with someone also from Ireland. how would my accent change? Because I know for a fact that my accent gets stronger when I'm with other Irish people. Especially when I'm with people from my area, it gets really strong. I remember for ages I thought I had a very balanced accent, and then someone was like, "No, you have like this, like one of the strongest versions of this accent ever that I've heard." I was like, "Oh," but I think it was because of who I was with. So obviously I'm able to suppress it for you guys. Maximum Irishness, time and place. Yeah, like depends on who you're with. What type of accents get brought out? Like when you go onto a phone call and it's like a professional phone call versus a call to your family. Most Irish stream ever. There's a few Irish streamers I know. Maybe I should try and do a stream with them. But anyway, going back to our book today, we're actually going to be reading, just talking about Irishness, Irish Myths and Legends, Gods and Fighting Men, by Lady Augusta Gregory. Which I think is a fantastic name for a book, isn't it? Gods and Fighting Men. Now, Lady Augusta Gregory was actually quite an old folklorist. This is a quite an old book, and quite well known too. I'm sure there are probably more popular or much more recent ones that may have more in knowledge. Like for example, I have a book called Ireland's Immortals, which definitely goes much more in depth on the Tuatha Dé. But this is the one we're going to be reading today, and it's sort of like a collection of works, at least from what I could see. But I'm looking forward to getting into it. You didn't know we were reading. You thought we were just chatting. Oh, Mike, I'm sorry. Mike was like, "Oh God, he's going to stop talking and like actually being entertaining, and he's going to go back to his boring things." Do the Irish have a world creation myth? You would so hear that. A world creation myth. I don't think so. It's possible that they did. Like, I imagine that they did. It isn't a title. That's true, loved. But the thing is that much of what we have comes from the Irish monks. And ultimately, what became the Irish creation myth was the Bible creation myth. Many of our stories are tying us. We have like the streamer is going to read literature, and then his viewers drops by 75%, and the other 25% are asleep. Or bots. But excuse me. I could feel a sore throat coming onto me. That's another thing that I find when I'm reading these type of books. Sometimes I will intentionally pronounce the TH words, the throat. God, that doesn't feel right. The one paid view bot shall be exposed. You're excused, Mr. Ruadh. Yeah, just like every 10 minutes, it just posts, "Wow, good content. You're doing amazing. Wow, I'm loving this stream. Good video." Then I get angry because I paid for the streamer. I paid for the streaming chatbot, not the video chatbot. Then I... Wow, nice one, streamer. Good kill. Oh, unlucky. You'll get him next time. Wasn't Dagda and his mate considered the creators of most of the creatures in the world? Yeah, like you definitely go back to that. Although then again, you have the Firbolgs and the four wizards and many other things. Ping bad. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. Why is that voice so cursed? Because it's like my YouTuber voice, like old YouTubers. Hey guys, welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be playing Happy Wheels, video 469. Today we're going to be playing another Tro the Timmy video, Tro the Timmy map. and we're also going to be playing Kill Justin Bieber. If we get it in the red square, we're gonna drop some spikes on him. Isn't that sick, guys? Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that like button. Would you guys like if I had that accent for the rest of the stream? Would you guys like if that became my usual? Would you guys hit that bell? Ring that bell, guys, to make sure you get the most up-to-date notifications on my videos. You leave. You guys don't stay here for me. You stay here for the accent. But yeah, that would be such a change. It reminds me of Muselk. Who used to be a fairly decently popular TF2 VTuber. And then what ended up happening was he got into Fortnite. It was just slowly over time, but now Muselk is one of the most subscribed YouTubers on YouTube at like 17 million subs or something, but he gets about 20 to 30,000 viewers per video, and it's just all Fortnite. I think he recently went back to it, but that's pretty cool. Billy approves, staying for the Irish. Hell yeah. Hello, Bavorzinger 229. Is this Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory's account? But welcome in, TF2. Yeah, I was a big TF2 fan back then, watching Uncle Dane. What was his name? Stabby, I think. Oh, who's that guy? Who's that other guy? Like the old man spy tuber who got in a lot of drama. You had Jerma and Stare, obviously. Muselk. You had that demo night guy who would make the fun clips. What changed? You will take a honeycomb and smear it in your clothes and hair? Shade, no, that's mean. I'd be all sticky. I'd be sweet, but I'd be sticky, and then ants would come and take me away. They'd take me away. You guys would watch as it would literally be like this. And it wouldn't be like they'd climb all over me. They'd just like pick me up slowly by my feet. And slowly you guys would just see me like drifting this way. And like over the course of like a whole stream, I would just disappear. Would you guys like that? Do you guys want me to disappear, taken by the ants? I don't want to be taken by the ants. Team Fortress or Transformers? That's Team Fortress. Team Fortress. Ruadh. A little Ruadh. Pip, by the way, that makes me, because Ruadh makes me think of Rua and animals. Thank you, Pip, for all of the fan art. It is, if you guys are not enjoying the fan art in the Discord, if you guys have not seen all of the Pip art, the Ru art, you guys need to check it out. You sure it would be the ants and not the bears and wolves? I think the ants would win. Like if you had like all of the ants in the world bloodlusted versus all of the wolves and all of the bears, and the bears and the wolves can even be on the same team, like the ants are going to take this. They're going to absolutely destroy them. You are experimenting. That's the best way. That's the best way. What makes you a good demo man? Wait, what? What makes you a good demo man? I don't know what makes you a good demo man, but a good demo man can hit their pipes, can know how to sticky jump good. They're pick classes. Well, they're not pick classes, but they are the character that can deal the most damage on the team. How many rules does it take to defeat 5,000 ants? I feel like I could take on a 5,000 ants. Like, that's a lot of ants. That's a lot of ants. I was not a demo man player. I apologize. I'm not very knowledgeable. One? Yeah, it takes one Rua. Like I'm gonna get bitten. It depends on the type of ants, actually, because like, if it's like the most poisonous ants around or whatever the hell ants work, like okay, maybe they might take me down if I'm not stomping fast enough. But I would activate Irish dancing mode and then they'd go down. Was about to say it depends on the ant species. Yeah, there could be like a species of ant out there that like just bites me once and I'm dead. They don't fuse into one super big ant. I feel like you need a lot more ants than 5,000 for that. The Irish dance limit break. Well, no, they could. I guess they could form into a pretty big ant with 5,000 of them. If I can get a weapon, yeah. You know what I get? I would get a big aerosol can and a lighter, and I would hold it down and move it side to side, and I would make some crispy ants. Hello, D. Hello, hello. I think ants are cool, by the way. I like during summer when you see like there's like a crack in the ground and there's all ants by it. If you like stamp by the crack, if you stamp by the crank, if you stomp by the crank, by the crack, god damn it, all the ants come out. Hello, D. How's my favorite angel good doing? It's nice to see you. Even if it was like dog sized, you don't want to mess with an ant that big. I probably wouldn't want to mess with an ant that big. That's a pretty big ant too. But I feel like you know, isn't there like an Ant-Man in Rick and Morty? Rick, I don't like the Ant-Man. They're tasty. I don't know if I'd eat the ants. I don't want to eat the bugs. Has anyone seen Reincarnated as a Slime? The ants in that anime are huge. I'd like to watch. That was a wonderful Morty voice. That's all I can do, though. That's all I can do. I can only do, Rick, I don't know, Rick. That's all I can do. I can just say, and Rick, and I don't know. Would a pint of Guinness and a match work? No, I don't think Guinness is that flammable. They have candy bugs. Okay, maybe I'd eat the candy bug. To be fair, of all the bugs, you'd rather try eating ants than other ones. That's true. What if you ate a beetle, like one of those big beetles? You would be surprised if they made ants candy. You wouldn't be surprised. 5,000 of those ants once would destroy an entire city. Yeah. It reminds me of that video where it's like some giant spider horror movie or something, and they walk into two people walk into a room or like run into a room, and there's just a massive spider. He looks at them and then he jumps up onto the ceiling. Try saying something with a Russian accent. Oh, wait, hang on. Babushka. Olga. No, I don't. I would need something. I would need something to base it off of. I need my friend Olga Okami. Olga Okami is a Russian tuba. You love Russian accents. They're really nice, and actually I really like Russian ASMR. An attempt was made. It was. Ants are funny. If one of them gives an incorrect location, they immediately get killed by the colony. Imagine, dude, if I was an ant, I'd be dead. Would you guys love me if I was an ant? Would you guys still love me if I was an ant? But anyway, there's Russian ASMR. You can just look it up. It's really nice. We need Russian Riddler. No, don't. Maybe. Okay, I'll take that. I can't believe Mike said maybe. But it might be hard not to step on you. Yeah, like you guys couldn't put me in a jar. You'd have to just leave me about the place. And then, what's a species though? I'm a redhead, so I'd be a fire ant. Yeah, I'm gonna bite you. Not being specious. No, I know. I don't expect that of you, Mike. No, I want to be a you put me in a jar of dirt. I might enjoy that because no, tasty. Don't poke the ant. Can it be a big jar of dirt so I can make a little anthill? Don't pour aluminum down there. Don't pour molten aluminum. Don't make a cast of my anthill. You were gonna say a ginger ant? That's mean. Don't call me ginger. Ant has been poked. No, he's dead now. I'm dead. You guys can't see. I'm dead. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, we killed the rule. I'm glad Gusto was sad. You guys were just going, oh no. But Gusto cried. Thank you. Thank you, Tasty. Thank you. I also go onyo when something bad happens. I love onyo. Onyar. Anyways, just goes to the next pretty man on Twitch. Goes watch some Kaz. Some Kaz Spella. Very sad. Anyway, you guys just continue as my corpse rots in the corner. Because that's what you guys are here for. You're sorry, but you watch many of the pretty men. Oh, thank you, Pip or Shade. Thank you. Sorry, Pip was underneath, but thank you, Shade. Mm. There do be many pretty men, but every one of them is special and not replaceable. I don't know. I've seen VTubers with the same model before, like the same general model. I remember one time I didn't realize it was like a public model, and one of my friends, Ace had this person had the same model, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is Ace on my screen but not Ace? And then I was like, Ace, what the hell's going on? And he was like, oh yeah, that's a public model. I was like, oh okay, that's cool then. Rue is unique. I'd wanna be. I paid fucking a lot of money for this. You don't care about personality and looks. Oh wait, no, you care more about personality and looks. I was like, wait, you don't care about personality and looks. What do you even care? Or voice, sorry. You only care about looks. Going into his stream is like, I like your model, and they're like, oh, thank you. I was like, I do not care about what you are like or your voice. You change your model, I'm gone. He can read somewhat, guys. I'm going to read to you a book in a little while, I promise, and I will prove that I have a semi-adequate literacy level. Gone as soon as you get a 2.0. I don't know if I get a 2.0. I like this model too much. I just need to. I'd get like 1.1, 1.2, 1.8, and it would just be up. It would just be new things. You also get confused when people use the same model. What if you? There should be like they should do. There should be like a quintuplet corpo where they all have the same model but like very slight differences. Brain smooth and can't compute. See, but that's the powerful thing about being an artist is you can make your model anything. None of them are as Irish as me. Well, thank you, Mike. That's very nice. I trust you. Hopefully before you go do your duties. You have to do duties? That's cool. Well, I was looking at something. Hang on. Wait, no. I think I read all of this, yes. You accidentally clicked on your stream and have been watching you for over 10 minutes. Do you need a subscriber from Russia? You don't have to subscribe. You can hit a follow. You can hit a follow. I don't know how the ruble is doing right now, so don't worry about subscribing. If you would like to, that would be very kind of you. But feel free to just follow. And thank you. Thank you very much, Bavorzinga. Bozinga. Thank you. Very sweet of you. You don't know that's what I need. I need more people just stumbling across me. You don't know if you've seen two people with the same model. I have. I've seen a few. Duties to the state. Nothing outside the state, everything within the state, as some Italian guy called Mario once said, I think. The Mushroom Kingdom got a little bit wacky for a while in the alternative universe comics. That's not your voice. Exactly, yeah. Rua multiverse? Would you guys want a Rua multiverse? What if there was like a... Well, okay, look, there's gonna be a gender bent version of Rua somewhere. You guys can do whatever you want with that. What other versions of Rua would occur? Mario, Duce of the Mushroom Kingdom, Evil Rua. What would Evil Rua be like? Evil Rua would pay his maids disgusting. Maybe I am Evil Rua. City boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. British, I think not. Not happen, not in the multiverse. A city boy Rua, a femboy Rua, a super buff. What are you talking about? I'm super buff. I'm literally like huge. I'm like bigger than Alpin Allbench, who's a Barra. I'm bigger than Niji Sanji's. Wait, what's his name again? Niji, the Barra in Niji Sanji. What's his name? Belman Banderas. I'm bigger than Belman Banderas. I have a more manly Australian. That's not an Australian. That's like an Irish accent. Wait, hang on. I have to get into my. No, I can't do it. I can't get. Give me. Wait, hang on. I know. Put the shrimp on the Barbie? No, I can't get into it. Bazinga did lore. I didn't see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shade. I did not see. Thank you. Bazinga lore redeem. Well, I can very quickly do this. And that'll give you a video of my background a little bit more. His cloak would be made of spiders. Oh god, that's scary. But anyway, my lore. I am a half human, half Tuatha. That is the god peoples of Ireland. And I am a Fenian warrior, prodigy of or son of Cuilta, second in the Fianna, only to Fionn McCool himself. Can you do a British accident? A British Rua would be an accident. Hello, Cy Larson. Or Cy Lastron. Thank you very much for the follow. Aachen. No, wait, hang on. That was like Scottish. Achendu. No, hang on. I'm trying. There's a certain sound to the Liverpool accent. There's a certain sound. I just can't. I can't get it. I can't. That's it. They go like in their accent. Oh, what's his name again? Hang on. Liverpool UFC fighter. I'm Paddy Pimlet. You're not wrong. Yeah, I'm not good at accents. Yeah, I'd be better if I like listened to the accents. You have a whole lore video where you speak. Did you not know this, Mike? Did you not know this? Finally, someone said your name right. I don't know if I then said it wrong. Silastron. But I'm glad. Hello, welcome in. No, you didn't. You may enjoy it. Rua lore? Well, I just said it right before you came in, actually. I'm a half-human, half-Tuatha, a member of the Fianna, the mythical Irish war band back from the 2nd century, 3rd century. But you can watch this video for a more detailed breakdown in Irish. Don't worry, there's subtitles. Okay, we're over an hour into the stream. Am I allowed to read? Am I allowed to read, please? Oh wow, we're past 575 followers. That's pretty cool. We're gonna hit 600 soon. Watch it be like 3 months later, and I've like gone up one follower. You can try, because you guys know I would get distracted. You know, Mike, don't send another chat. I'm gonna look like I have. You may read. Thank you, Mistress D, for giving me permission. I remember you said that before. That's what you want to be called. That's your fault. No. It's just no. Curls up by the fire and noms on smoked fish. You're ready for the reading. You're Genzuki's favorite. Not true, I say sarcastically. I have to make that. I accidentally said it. Damn it. Wait, whose emotes are that? Wait, who is this? The Iron Lung. Who is this? They have pretty blonde hair. They look like a pretty boy. You may read, Mr. Rua. Thank you, Gusto, and thank you, Nora, for saying please. But yes, we are going to begin. I think at this point this book is out of print, which is helpful because I usually read books that are in, trademark. The wait, he has some other fun emotes. You break your vow of silence. You heard pretty boy. He looks like he's probably a pretty boy. Oh, that is a cute emote. Very strong. Those are like my arms. I genuinely have decently sized arms, by the way. I like actually go to the gym sometimes. I'm not as Pip is trying to turn me into someone who can be easily cabodanned. Give him a Glasgow kiss. Give him a little headbutt. Aw. Also the rare touch grass. Dude, he's really feeling that grass. Remember when you did the art of me, Pip, and your name character with the hand against the wall, and I'm like being pressed against it. It's like no, and I'll like okay, I won't headbutt you guys. I'll grab you. I'll like double underhook you and spin you around. Cabedon. Oh wait, did I? I don't think I said that right, did I? Cabedon. I think I may say Dan. I think I said Cabedan rather than Cabedon. I'll double underhook you and spin you around and slam you against the wall. But anyway. Irish Myths and Legends, Gods and Fighting Men, by Lady Augusta Gregory. Hello, how are you, sir? Also, you have a lovely voice and you love my model. Thank you so much, Elena Midnight Rose. Welcome in. Thank you very much, Elena, and thank you for the first time chat. Rude? No, that's not mean. That's not rude, Pip. Elena was very sweet and kind when she joined. I know you're talking about me like swinging you guys around and slamming you into the wall. Elena is a pretty name. It is. It's a very pretty name. Why are you going to smack anyone other than Genzuki? Because Genzuki is allowed to do that to me. Someone actually says your name right. Also, you can shorten how you call me. You're not picky. I'll stick with Elena. Elena is good. Dude, I'm 2 for 2 on the names. A note on the text. The publisher has retained the stylistic and linguistic choices of Lady Augusta Gregory as they appeared in the original 1908 edition of the text. The variation in the spelling of names, place names, and locations from those most commonly accepted today are maintained here in fidelity to their original work. And we have a preface. The interesting thing about this, actually, that I kind of like, is it breaks down. So part 1 is the gods, part 2 the Fianna. Just the gods and the Fianna, but then it has like various other things. So it has like things about the coming of the Tuatha, the coming of the Gale, the hunting and achievements of the Fianna. Thank you so much for the follow. Very sweet of you. So it's very well broken down. But first we have the preface to get into. Yeah, this is technically Rualore, by the way. This is Rualore. A new feast in Praven for Elena. Oh no. Wait, hang on. My batteries. I am back. Wait, hang on. I need to click this. There we go. Okay, let us begin the reading. For those of you who are new, this is actually meant to be a reading stream. This is meant to be ASMR. I don't. It does not become that for at least an hour. And unfortunately, I can usually then only stay for about an hour and a half or so. But we'll see how long we can go. The bitteries, yeah, the bitteries are dying. You guys do distract me. It used to be like I didn't have anyone watching, so I'd get straight into the book. I do like a 10-minute talk to myself, and I get straight in. And then I started getting distracted for 20 minutes, then half an hour, then 40, and now it's up to an hour. An hour plus, hour 12 this time. Preface: Gods and Fighting Men, Part 1. A few months ago I was on the bare hill of Allen, wide Alwyn of Leinster, where Finn and the Fianna lived according to the stories, although there are no earthen mounds here, like those that mark the sites of old buildings on so many hills. A hot sun beat down upon flowering gorse and flowerless heather, and on every side except the east, where there were green trees and distant hills, one saw a level horizon and brown boglands, with a few green places, and here and there the glitter of water. One could imagine that had it been twilight and not early afternoon, and had there been vapours drifting and frothing, where there were now but shadows of cloud, it would have set stirring in one, as few places even in Ireland can, a thought that is peculiar to Celtic romance. As I think, a thought of a mystery coming not as with Gothic nations out of the pressure of darkness, but out of great spaces and windy light. The hill of... Oh god, this is old Irish pronunciation, and it's old spelling. It's like 1900s spelling, so I may struggle with some of these. The hill of Tavere, or Tara, as it is now called, with its green mounds and its partly wooded sides, and its more gradual slopes set among fat grazing lands with green trees in the hedgerows, has brought about before one imaginations, not of heroes who were in their youth for hundreds of years, or of women who came to them in likeness of hunted fawns, but of kings that lived brief and politic lives, and of the 5 white roes that carried their armies to the lesser kingdoms of Ireland, or brought to the great fair that had given to Tara its sovereignty, all that sought justice or pleasure, or had goods to barter. You're a good distraction. We like talking to you. That's really sweet, Gusto. Thank you. That's really sweet. You have to go. Good luck. It was an enjoyable time. Thank you for joining us, beloved. It's lovely having you. I hope to see you again soon. You tried to learn Irish transcription, but goodness gracious. Yeah. It's nicely written so far. There was actually, I believe, let me double check. There's actually a dedication to the members of the Irish Literary Society of New York. My friends, those I know and those I do not know, I am glad in the year of the birth of your society to have this book to offer you. It has given great courage to many workers here, working to build up broken walls, to know you have such friendly thoughts of them in your minds. A few of you have already come to see us, and we begin to hope that one day the streamers across the Atlantic will not go out full, but come back full, until some of you find your real home is here, and say, as some of us say, like Finn to the women of the enchantments, Ní dogamos amwish dear féin ga vagmush an down mór mar útach agus tír na nógleis. Or, translated, not well said, I must say. My Irish is quite rusty. We would not give up our own country, Ireland, if we were to get the whole world as an estate, and the country of the young along with it, or Tir na Og. You should be arrested for an attempt of your heterosexuality. I wasn't expecting that. Dude, I just got blindsided. Apparently, like, the same way I blindsided your heterosexuality, apparently. You blindsided me with that. That's quite the comment. Thank you, I think. I do think so. I think that's a comment. Let's go. Yeah, you're gonna find many who are very much in agreement in this chat regarding such a thing. But thank you. That's very sweet of you. I'm sorry. I have to all Fujo chat. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of you. It reminds me of Mashiro from Niji Sanji, who's more of a fem. I don't even want to call him a femboy. Like, he's just sort of. So it's like that, but you know, just very pretty. Very, like, people would often think of him as being. Even your male viewers are Fujos now. That's a huge compliment. It is. People would often mistake him for a woman, and he got a comment, like a marshmallow, from a viewer saying it was in Japanese, but it was like please, Mashiro, tell me you're a woman. I don't want to have these thoughts about a man. Plus, I also busted. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys can fill in the rest of the comments. And Mashiro didn't even respond very fast. He was just like, homo des, and then went on. Just continued in. You guys can fill in the blanks of the comment. Desu. Yeah, I think it was like that. It's a really funny clip. I think I may have retweeted it, actually. Or at the very least, I have it saved somewhere, so I can tweet it out later. It's so funny. You need to see it. I will tweet it out, or at least I'll post it into Discord. Retweet it later. I will. It is certain that we must not confuse these kings, as did the medieval chroniclers, with those half-divine kings of Alvun. The chroniclers, perhaps, because they loved tradition too well to cast out utterly much that they dreaded as Christians, and perhaps became popular imagination, had begun the mixture, have mixed one with another ingeniously, making Finn the head of a kind of militia under Cormac MacArt, who is supposed to have reigned at Tara in the 2nd century, and making Grania, who travels to enchanted houses under the cloak of Angus, god of love, and keeps her troubling beauty longer than did Helen hers, Cormac's daughter, and giving the stories of the Fianna, although the impossible had thrust its proud fingers into them all, a curious air of precise history. It is only when one separates the stories from that medieval pedantry, as in this book, that one recognizes one of the oldest worlds that man has imagined, an older world certainly that one finds in the stories of Cuchulainn, who lived, according to the chroniclers, about the time of the birth of Christ. They are far better known, and one may be certain of the antiquity of incidents that are known in one form or another to every Gaelic-speaking countryman in Ireland, or in the Highlands of Scotland. Sometimes a labourer digging near to a cromlech, or bed of Diarmid and Grana, as it is called, will tell one a tradition that seems older and more barbaric than any description of their adventures, or of themselves in written text or story, that has taken form in the mouths of professed storytellers. Finn and the Fianna found welcome among the court poets later than did Cuchulainn. and one finds memory of Danish invasions and standing armies mixed with the imaginations of hunters and solitary fighters among great woods. One never hears of Cuchulainn delighting in the hunt or in woodland things, and one imagines that a storyteller would have thought it unworthy in so great a man, who lived a well-ordered, elaborate life, and had his chariot and his chariot driver and his barely fed horses to delight in. Or sorry, his barely fed horses, not his barely fed horses. Although if they were fed on bears, they'd be pretty strong horses. If he is in the woods before dawn, one is not told that he cannot know the leaves of the hazel from the leaves of the oak. And when Eomer laments him, no wild creature comes into her thoughts, but the cuckoo that cries over cultivated fields. His story must have come out of a time when the wild wood was giving way to pasture and tillage, and men had no longer a reason to consider every cry of the bird or change of the night. Horsaboose? No. Horsaboose? Suddenly I'm Canadian. Finn, who was always in the woods, whose battles were but hours and mid-years of hunting, delighted in the cackling of ducks from the lakes of the Three Arrows, the scolding talk of the blackbird of Dor on Came, the bellowing of the ox from the valley of the berries, the whistling of the eagle from the valley of victories, or from the rough branches of the ridge of the stream, the grouse of the heather of Crochan, the call of the otter of Drum Racor. When sorrows came upon the queens of the stories, they have sympathy for the wild birds and beasts that are like themselves. Krieg's wife of Kale came with the others and went looking through the bodies for her comely comrade, and crying as she went. And as she was searching, she saw a crane of the meadows and her two nestlings, and the cunning beast, the fox, watching the nestlings. And when the crane covered one of the birds to save it, he would make a rush at the other bird, the way she had to stretch herself out over the birds, and she would soon have got her own death by the fox than the nestlings to be killed by him. And Creve, I'm going to call it Creve, was looking at that, and she said, "It is no wonder I have such love for my comely sweetheart, and the bird in that distress about her nestlings." Call of the otters. Otters are cool. One often hears of a horse that shivers with terror, or of a dog that howls at something a man's eyes cannot see, and men who live primitive lives where instinct does the work of reason are fully conscious of many things that we cannot perceive at all. As life becomes more orderly, more deliberate, the supernatural world shrinks farther away. Although the gods came to Cuchulainn, and although he is the son of one of the greatest of them, their country and his are far apart, and they come to him as god to mortal. But Finn is their equal. He is continually in their houses. He meets the Bovdurg, and Angus and Manannán. Now as friend with friend, now as with enemy, now as with an enemy he overcomes in battle. And when he has need of their help, his messenger can say, quote, "There is not a king's son or a prince or a leader of the Fianna of Ireland without having a wife or a mother or a foster mother or a sweetheart of the Tuatha Dé Danann." When the Fianna are broken up at last, after hundreds of years of hunting, it is doubtful that he dies at all, and certain that he comes again in some other shape, and Oisin, his son, is made king over a divine country. The birds and beasts that cross his path in the woods have been fighting men or great enchanters or fair women, and in a moment can take beautiful or terrible shape. One thinks of him and of his people as great-bodied men with large movements, that seem, as it were, flowing out of some deep below the narrow stream of personal impulse, men that have broad brows and quiet eyes full of confidence and a good luck that proves every day afresh that they are a portion of the strength of things. Second favorite animal. What's your favorite animal, Gusto? Welcome back, Nora. Hello, it's nice to see you. Don't break us up. No, the Union Busters are gonna break the Fianna up. That's what that's what the big battle was. That's what the final battle. What was the battle again? The Battle of Magturig? Was that it? Great-bodied men, owls. Owls are owls might be one of my favorite, and I specifically love the barn owls. I love barn owls. I think they're so cool. I think they're one of the coolest animals. Owls are so funny. They're just silly little guys. Baby owls. They look the the Battle of Hawk Tua. Ah, oh, god fucking damn it, Noor. Barn owls are your favorite. Do you understand? I love them. They're so cute. They're so cute. They I think it's from Avatar: The Last Airbender with Wan Shi Tong and his big barn owl face. They're just so cool. Excuse me. Where were we? They are hardly so much individual men as portions of universal nature, like the clouds that shape themselves and reshape themselves momentarily, or like a bird between two bows, or like the gauze that have given the apples and the nuts. Yet this but brings them them the nearer to us, for we can remake them in our image when we will, and the woods are the more beautiful for the thought. Do we not always fancy hunters to be something like this, and is not that why we think them poetical? When we meet them of a sudden, as in the lines of Pauline, an old hunter talking with gods, or a high-crested chief sailing with troops of friends to Tenedos. That's from a poem. I am not familiar with that poem. They have the heart-shaped faces. They're so cute. Excuse me. One must not expect in these stories the epic lineaments, the many incidents woven into one great event of, let us say, the story of the war for the brown bull of Cullinane, or that of the last gathering of Mirthamine. Oh god, old Irish spelling from the 1900s. Mirthana. Even Diarmid and Grania, which is a long story, has nothing of the clear outlines of Deirdre, and is indeed but a succession of detached episodes. The men who imagined the Fianna had the imagination of children, and as soon as they had invented one wonder, heaped another on top of it. Children, or at any rate, it is so I remember my own childhood, do not understand large design, and they delight in little shut-in places where they can play at houses more than in great expanses where a countryside takes, as it were, the impression of a thought. The wild creatures and the green things are more to them than to us, for they creep toward our light but by little holes and crevices. When they imagine a country for themselves, it is always a country where one can wander without aim, and where one can never know from one place what another will be like, or know from what one day's adventure what may meet one with tomorrow's sun. I have wished to become a child again that I might find this book that not only tells of such a country, but is fuller than any other book that tells of heroic life, of the childhood that is in all folk tale, dearer to me than all the books of the Western world. You were born in the 1900s, Pixel. Sunday, you're so old. Sunday, you are such an old man. What a hag. But we love our hags. You did not sign up for a midlife crisis. Don't worry, we're going to get into the stories soon. How long is this? Wow, this is a long preface. Oh, it's by Yeats. I didn't even realize. I thought it was by Lady Augusta. I just flicked to the end. It's by Yeats. W.B. Yeats. You're also 1900s. You guys are so old. I say as I'm from the 2nd century or 3rd century. Children play at being great and wonderful people, at the ambitions they will put away for one reason or another before they grow into ordinary men and women. Mankind as a whole had a like dream once. Everybody and nobody built up the dream bit by bit, and the ancient storytellers are there to make us remember what mankind would have been like, had not fear and the failing will and the laws of nature tripped up its heels. Hello, Fox. Thank you for the face hole. That's very sweet of you. You're like dust. If I blow on you Sunday, would you fly away in the breeze? Don't ask Ruadh what he was during the crisis of the 3rd century. The Fianna and their like are themselves so full of power. They are set in a whirl so fluctuating and dreamlike that nothing can hold them from being all that the heart desires. Well, I know that already from how some of you guys act. I have read in a fabulous book that Adam had to imagine a bird, and it was born into life, and that he created all things out of himself by nothing more than an unflagging fancy. And heroes who can make a ship out of a shaving, have but little less of divine pejoratives. They have no speculative thoughts to wander through eternity and waste heroic blood. But how could that be otherwise? For it is at all times the proud angels who sit thinking upon this hillside, and not the people of Eden. One morning we meet them hunting a stag that is as joyful as the leaves of a tree in summertime. Whenever they do, whether they listen to the harp or follow an enchanter over sea, they do for the sake of joy, their joy in one another, and their joy in pride and movement, and even their battles are fought more because of their delight in a good fighter than because of any gain than in victory. They live always as if they were playing a game, and so far as they have any deliberate purpose at all, it is that they may become great gentlemen and be worthy of the songs of poets. It has been said, and I think the Japanese were the first to say it, that the 4 essential virtues are to be generous among the weak, truthful among one's friends, and brave among one's enemies, and courteous at all times. And if we understand by courtesy not merely the gentleness the storytellers have celebrated, but a delight in courtly things, in beautiful clothing and in beautiful verse, one understands that it was no formal succession of trials that bound the Fianna to one another. Only the Table Round, that is indeed, as it seems, a rivulet from the same river, is bound in a like fellowship, and there the 4 heroic virtues are troubled by the abstract virtues of the cloister. Every now and then some noble knight builds himself a cell upon the hillside, or leaves kind women and joyful knights to seek the visions of the Grail in lonely adventures. When Oisin or some kingly forerunner, Bran, son of Fable, or the likes, rides and sails in an enchanted ship to some divine country, or to be in love with faces that will never fade. No thought of any life greater than that of love and the companionship of those who have drawn their swords upon the darkness of the world ever troubles or delight in one another, as it troubles Iseult amid her love, or Arthur amid his battles. It is one of the ailments of our speculation that thought, when it is not the planning of something, or the doing of something, or some memory of a plain circumstance, separates us from one another, because it makes us more unlike, and because no thought passes through another's ear unchanged. Companionship can only be perfect when it is founded on things, for things are always the same under the hand, and at last one comes to hear with envy the voices of boys lighting a lantern to ensnare moths, or of the maids chattering in the kitchen about the fox that carried off a turkey before breakfast. He's going to be it's fantastic, Mr. Fox. This book is full of fellowship untroubled like theirs, and made noble by a courtesy that has gone perhaps out of the world. I do not know in literature better friends and lovers. When one of the Fianna find Osgar dying the proud death of a young man, and asks is it well with him, he is answered, I am as you would have me be. The very heroism of the Fianna is indeed but their pride and joy in one another. Their good fellowship, Goal, old and savage, and letting himself die of hunger in a cave because he is angry and sorry, can speak lovely words to the wife whose help he refuses. It is best as it is, he said. And I never took the advice of a woman east or west, and I never will take it. And oh, sweet-voiced queen, he said, what ails you to be fretting after me? And remember now your silver and your gold and your silks, and do not be crying tears after me, queen, with the white hands, he said. But remember your constant lover, Aed, son of the best, or Aed, son of the best woman of the world, that came from Spain asking for you, and that I fought on Corcar on Durg, and go to him now, he said. For it is bad when a woman is without a good man. Some people might get angry at that. I liked. What did he say up above? He said, "I never took the advice of a woman, east or west." Based. It makes me think of it makes me think of Nietzsche. Nietzsche has an incredible aphorism in one of his books. There's just a section called like aphorisms or something like that, or sayings, and it's just a lot of his like little thoughts, like very like one-liners and things. But he has such a funny line. It goes, "Ah, women, they make the highs higher and the lows all the more frequent." It's just randomly in the middle of a book too, just thrown into here. Haha, women, am I right? Yeah, but it's way better. Classic ass book. Classy, I'll have you know, it's very classy. I don't know. I think it's a very funny way of putting it. But it really is just women, am I right? But philosophy. Well, pithy, I guess. They have no asceticism, but they are more visionary than any ascetic, and their invisible life is but the life about them, made more perfect and more lasting, and the invisible people are their own images in the water. Their gods may have been much beside this, for we know them from fragments of mythology picked out with trouble from a fantastic history running back to Adam and Eve, and many things that may have seemed wicked to the monks who imagined that history may have been altered or left out. But this they must have been essentially. For the old stories are confirmed by apparitions among the country people today. The men of day fought against the misshapen Fomor, as Finn fights against the cat heads and the dog heads. And when they overcome at last by men, they make themselves houses in the hills and the hearts of hills that are like the houses of men. When they call men to their houses and to their country under wave, they promise them all that they might upon earth, only in greater abundance. That they have upon earth, only in greater abundance. The god Mithir sings to Queen Atain in one of the most beautiful of the stories. Quote, "The young never grows old. The fields of the flowers are pleasant to be looking at as the blackbird's eggs. Warm streams of mead and wine flow through that country. There is no care or no sorrow on any person. We see others, but we ourselves are not seen. These gods are indeed more wise and beautiful than men, but men, when they are great men, are stronger than they are. For men are, as it were, the foaming tide line of their sea. One remembers the Druid who answered, when someone asked him, who made the world? The Druids made it. All was indeed but one life flowing everywhere and taking one quality here, another there. It sometimes seems to one as if there is a kind of day and night of religion, and that a period where the influences are those that shape the world is followed by a period when the greater power when the greater power is influences that would lure the soul out of the world, out of the body. When Oisin is speaking with St. Patrick of the friends and the life he had outlived, he can but cry out constantly against a religion that has no meaning for him. He laments, and the country people have remembered his words for century. I will cry my fill, but not for God, but because Finn and the Fianna are not living. And now I want to read Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night fanfics again. That series did Diarmuid Wood, Divna, and Cuchulainn so dirty. I'm not familiar with Fate. I apologize. You love Fate Zero. Fate /0, I see. I hope you guys are finding the reading kind of like rhythm. Okay, it's a little bit, some of the language is a little bit awkward. Let me take a quick sip. We'll actually be getting into the stories soon, promise. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5 of this preface left. Pages. Old writers had an admirable symbolism that attributed certain energies to the influences of the sun, and certain others to the lunar influence. To lunar influence belongs all thoughts and emotions that were created by the community, by the common people, by nobody who knows. By nobody knows who, and to the sun all that came from the high, disciplined, or individual, kingly mind. I myself imagine a marriage of the sun and moon in the arts I take most pleasure in, and now bride and bridegroom but exchange, as it were, full cups of gold and silver, and now they are one in a mystical embrace. From the moon come the folk songs imagined by reapers and spinners as the common impulse of their labours, and made not by putting words together, but by mixing verses and phrases, and the folk tales made by the capricious mixing of incidents known to everybody in new ways, as one deals out cards, never getting the same hand twice over. When one hears the same fine story, one never knows whether it has not been hazard that put the last touch of adventure. Such poetry, as it seems to me, desires an infinity of wonder or emotion, from where there is no individual mind that is no measurer out, no maker in of limits. The poor fisher has no possession of the world and no responsibility for it, and if he dreams of a love gift better than the brown shawl that seems too common for poetry, why should he not dream of a glove made from the skin of a bird, or shoes made from the skin of a fish, or a coat made from the glittering garment of the salmon? Why not Aeschylus? Wait, no, hang on, that's Greek. That's a Greek name. Why not? Oh, how do you pronounce his name again? Aeschylus, who said he but severed up fragments from the banquet of Homer. But Homer himself found the great banquet on an earthen floor under a broken roof. We do not know who at the foundation of the world made the banquet for the first time, or who put the pack of cards in the rough hands. But we do know that unless those that have made many inventions are about to change the nature of poetry, we may have to go to where Homer went if we are to sing a new song. It is because all that is under the moon thirsts to escape out of bounds, to lose itself in some unbounded tidal stream, that the songs of the folk are mournful, that the story of the Fianna, whenever the queen laments for their lovers, reminds us of songs that are still sung in country places. Their grief, even when it is to be grief like Grania, I think is probably what that name is meant to be, goes up into the waste places of the sky. But in supreme art or in supreme life there is the influence of the sun too, and the sun brings with us, as old writers tell us, not merely discipline but joy. For its discipline is not of the kind the multitudes impose upon us by their weight and pressure, but the expression of the individual soul turning itself into a pure fire, and imposing its own patterns, its own music, upon the heaviness and dumbness that is in others and in itself. When we have drunk the cold cup of the moon's intoxication, we thirst for something beyond ourselves, and the mind flows outwards to a natural immensity. But if we have drunk from the hot cup of the sun, and our own fullness awakens, we desire little, for wherever one goes, one's heart goes too, and if any ask what music is the sweetest, we can but answer, as Finn answered, what happens? There's no question mark there, it's just what happens. And yet the songs and stories that have come from either influence are a part, neither less than the other, of the pleasure that is the bride bed of poetry. They were summoned as heroic spirits and were forced to suicide by the mages who summoned them. That one was so tragic. Is Fomor a sort of giant kin monster? You think it made it into the D&D monster manual as a Fomorian species? I think that might be what it's referencing. Because some of these are old, so it might even be that that's meant to be Fomorian, but they call it Fomor. I guess we'll see once we get into the actual readings. At least Koo got some respect. Koo agreed. What happened to our Celtic warriors is written by your favorite writers, but all of their works like that are or worse. Oh. Gaelic-speaking Ireland, because its art has been made, not by the artist choosing his material from whatever he has a mind to, but by adding a little to something which has taken generations to invent, has always had a popular literature. One cannot say how much that literature has done for the vigour of the race, for one cannot count the hands its praise of kings and high-hearted queens, made hot upon the sword hilt, or the amorous eyes it made lustful for strength and beauty. One remembers indeed that when the farming people and the labourers of the town made their last attempt to cast out England by force of arms, they named themselves as the companions of Finn. Even when the Gaelic has gone, and the poetry with it, something of the habit of mind remains in ways of speech and thought, and come all yes and poetical saying. Nor is it only among the poor that the old thought has been for strength and weakness. Surely these old stories, whether of Finn or Cuchulainn, helped to sing the old Irish and the old Norman Irish aristocracy to their end. They heard their hereditary poets and storytellers, and they took to horse and died fighting against Elizabeth or against Cromwell. And when an English-speaking aristocracy had their place, it listened to no poetry indeed, but it felt about it in the popular mind an exacting and ancient tribunal, and began a play that had for spectators men and women that loved the high wasteful virtues. I do not think that their own mixed blood, or the habit of their time need take all, or nearly all, credit or discredit for the impulse they made, or modem. Sorry, let me read this again. I do not think that their own mixed blood or the habit of their time need take all or nearly all credit or discredit for the impulse that made or modem gentlemen fight duels over pocket handkerchiefs, or set out to play ball against the gates of Jerusalem for a wager, and scatter money before the public eye. And at last, after an epoch of such eloquence, the world has hardly seen its like, lose their public spirit and their high heart, and grow querulous and selfish as men do, who have played life out, not heartily, but with noise and tumult. Had they understood the people and the game a little better, they might have created an aristocracy in an age that has lost the meaning of the word. When one reads of the Fianna, or of Cuchulainn, or of some great hero, one remembers that the fine life is always a part played finely before fine spectators. There also one notices the hot cup and cold cup of intoxication, and when the fine spectators have ended, surely the fine players grow weary, and the aristocratic life is ended. When O'Connell covered with a dark glove the hand that had killed a man in the duelling field, he played his part. And when Alexander stayed his army marching to the conquest of the world, that he might contemplate the beauty of a plane tree, he played his part. When Oscar complained as he lay dying, of the keening of the women and the old fighting men, he too played his part. Quote, "No man ever knew any heart in me," he said, "but a heart of twisted horn, and it covered with iron. But the howling of the dogs beside me," he said, "and the keening of the old fighting men, and the crying of the women one after another, those are the things that are vexing me." If we would create a great community, and what other game is so worth the labour, we must recreate the old foundations of life, not as they existed in splendid misunderstanding of the 18th century, but as they must always exist when the finest minds in Ned the beggar and Segan the fool think about the same thing, although they might not think the same thought about it. This is kind of during the period of the Gaelic revival, and even before then there was a bit of a Gaelic revival happening, but this was in the full swing of the Gaelic revival. Let me take another sip of water. When I asked the little boy who had shown me the pathway up to the hill of Allen if he knew stories of Finn and Oisin, he said he did not, but that he had often heard his grandfather telling them to his mother in Irish. He did not know Irish, but he was learning it at school, and all the little boys he knew were learning it. In a little while he will know enough stories of Finn and Oisin to tell them to his children some day. It is the owners of the land whose children might never have known what would give them so much happiness. But now they can read this book to their children, and it will make Slieve Naman, Allen, and Ben Bulben, the great mountain that showed itself before me every day through all my childhood, and was yet unpeopled, and half the countrysides of south and west, as populous with memories as are Dundalgan and Imain Madia and Mirtamine, and after a while somebody may even take them to some famous place, and say, "This land where your fathers lived and proudly and finely should be dear and dear and again dear." And perhaps when many names have grown musical to their ears, a more imaginative love will have taught them a better service. Last section. I need say nothing about the translation and arrangement of this book, except that it is worthy to be put beside Cuchulainn of Mirthmine. Such books should not be commended by written words, but by spoken words, where that possible. For the written words commending a book wherein something is done supremely well remain to the sound in the ears of a later generation, like the foolish sound of church bells from the tower of a church when every pew is full. It's the last line of the preface by W.B. Yeats in 1904. Which now brings us to part 1, The Gods. Let's see how long kind of this little section is. Let's see if we can maybe finish this. Yeah, these aren't that long. Like each part seems to be about 5 to 10 pages maybe. There's some longer ones. I see a 20-page one. But yeah, let's let us get into it. Book 1. The Coming of the Tuatha Danann. Technically, it should be Tuatha Dé. Danann was sort of something that came about afterwards, at least from my understanding. But again, this is in the 1900s, so we have a lot more information these days. Maybe someday we'll read Ireland's Immortals, which give really interesting history. It was in a mist, the Tuatha Dé Danann, the people of the gods of Dana, or as some called them, the men of day, came through the air and the high air to Ireland. It was from the north they came, and in the place they came from they had 4 cities, where they fought their battle for learning. Great Phalius, and shining Gorius, and Phineus, and the rich Murius, that lay to the south. And in those cities they had 4 wise men, to teach their young men skill and knowledge and perfect wisdom. Senius and Murius, and Arius, the fair-haired poet, and Phineus, and Urius of the noble nature of Gorius, and Murius in Phalius itself. I need you guys to tell me exactly what 4 cities, which are the 4 cities, and which are the 4 wise men, and which wise men are in each of the cities right now. You have to tell me. You heard it. You just heard it. Surely you wouldn't forget what you just heard. And they brought from those 4 cities their 4 treasures, a stone of virtue from Phalius, that was called the Leofail, the stone of destiny, and from Gorius. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Okay, I didn't sneeze. It was really coming, and I just didn't. Ugh, god damn it. And they brought from those 4 cities their 4 treasures, a stone of virtue from Phalius, that was called the Leofail, the stone of destiny. And from Gorius they brought a sword, and from Phineus a spear of victory, and from Murius the 4th treasure, the cauldron that no company ever went away from unsatisfied. Sean MacFergus in Dublin, Jimmy McCormick in Leinster, Dorbus McGorman Kilkenny, and Fionn on that Tara Hill or whatever. A 3rd mosquito has hit your room? People. Bush. A 3rd mosquito has hit Mike's room. It's over for this warrior of the Vina. You're gonna be getting the spray, getting the feckin' spray. Get the spray, Mike. Get the spray. Get like a book and crush those mosquitoes. It was Nuada. It was Nuada who was king of the Tuatha Dé at that time, but Manannán, son of Lear, was greater again. And of the others that were chief among them,
was Ogma, brother to the king, that taught them writing, and Dean Cecht, that understood healing, and Neat, a god of battle, and Crendanus the craftsman, and Gobnew the smith, and the greatest among their women was Bove, a battle goddess, and Macha, whose mast feeding was the heads of men killed in battle, and the Morrigu, the crow of battle, and Era, and Fola, and Bonba, daughters of the Dagda, that all three gave their names to Ireland afterwards. And Aidan, the nurse of poets, and Bridget, that was a woman of poetry, and poets worshipped her, for her sway was very great and noble. And she was a woman of healing along with that, and a woman of smith's work, and it was she first made the whistle for calling one to another through the night. Mosquitoes also hate essential oils. You use a bunch of peppermint and lemon in your den, and you have yet to see a single mosquito bother you. I will keep that in mind if I ever have to deal with mosquitoes. They are lame. They really suck. I hate when you're just like out and about and suddenly you just hear the like right in your ear, covering yourself in lemon right now. Make sure you don't have any cuts, Mike. But they like get in your ear and they just go really loud. And the one side of her face was ugly, the other side was very comely, and the meaning of her name was Briosegat, a fiery arrow. And among the other women there were many shadow forms and great queens, but Dana, that was called the mother of the gods, was beyond them all. And the three things they put above all others were the plough and the sun and the hazel tree, so that it was said in the time to come that Ireland was divided between those three, Coll the hazel, and Cecht the plough, and Grian the sun. And they had a well below the sea where the 9 hazels of wisdom were growing, that is, the hazels of inspiration and of the knowledge of poetry. Excuse me. And their leaves and their blossoms would break out in the same hour, and would fall in the well in the shower that raised a purple wave, and then the 5 salmon that were waiting there would eat the nuts, and their colour would come out in the red spots on their skin, and any person that would eat one of those salmon would know all wisdom and all poetry. And there were 7 streams of wisdom that sprang from that well, and turned back to it again, and the people of many arts have all drank from that well. Indeed, you should go find that well and drink from it. You'll get like super art abilities. It was on the first day of Beltana. That is called now May Day, that the Tuatha day came, and it was to the northwest of Connacht they landed. But the Firbolgs, the men of the bag, that were in Ireland before them, and they had come from the south, saw nothing but a mist and its lying on the hills. If I remember correctly, I believe the story regarding the Firbolg, or the men of the bag, is in relation to, I believe they were meant to be slaves from Greece, and they got their freedom, or at least they escaped, or something like that, and they were only allowed to carry a bag. Dee already has super art powers. She does. She's a very good artist. You gotta go. Your internet is cutting off and you keep disconnecting. Oh no, it shocks. But thank you so much for coming along, Pip. Very appreciated. You actually use the diffuser for the mint and a handful of small containers filled with baking soda, and you scatter about for the lemon, only to add more lemon oil like once a week, and then you do like 110 drops of it. Ooh, very impressive. Let me, hang on. Thank you for the head pat. Thank you. Bye, Pip. Mwah. No, that's not meant to be a laugh, Pip. I think that's meant to be mwah. I don't think that's meant to be mwah. That's meant to be like mwah. Mwah. Yeah, exactly. It was the first day of Beltana, that is called now May Day. The Tuatha Day came, and it was to the northwest of Connacht they landed. Oh wait, no, I read this. Aechid, son of Erc, was king of the Firbolgs of the time, and the messengers came to him at Tara and told him there was a new race of people come into Ireland, but whether from the earth or the skies or on the wind was not known, and they had settled themselves at Magrain. You liked the passage about the hazel trees? It was very nice. It was very nice. How European cultures had cultural connection to their trees. There was a lot of that, especially even in times of like the only Asian equivalent you can think of is Japan and cherry trees. That's true. But cherry trees have such a distinct look. Like I'd be amazed if that wasn't like a special thing there. But like, you know, royal trees and stuff are very prominent in the annals. They thought there would be wonder on Aechid when he heard the news, but there was no wonder on him. For a dream, that's very funny that they're saying wonder on him, because in Irish, what you say, how you would say, you know, I'm angry or I'm sad or whatever, is tá áthas orm, tá brón orm, which means happiness is on me or sadness is on me, for instance. Lithuania has its rowans, Germany with oaks, Slavs with aspens or birches. Very cool. I didn't know about the Lithuanians. Shade is apparently a bug expert. Well, anti-bug expert. Very cool. If I had to deal with mosquitoes, I would also become a bug anti-expert. When he heard the news, but there was no wonder on him, for a dream had came to him that night, in the night, and when he asked his druids the meaning of the dream, it is what they said, that it would not be long till there would be a strong enemy coming against him. Then King Aechid took counsel with his chief advisers, and it is what they agreed, to send a good champion of their own to see that strangers and to speak with them. So they chose out Shreng. That was a great fighting man, and he rose up and he took his strong red-brown shield, and his 2 thick-handled spears, and his sword, and his head covering, and his thick iron club, and he set out from Tara, and went out on toward the place the strangers were, at Magrain. But before he reached it, the watchers of the Tuatha Day got sight of him, and they sent out one of their own champions, Bress, with his shield and his sword and his 2 spears, to meet him and to talk with him. So the 2 champions went one towards the other slowly, and keeping a good watch on one another, and wondering at one another's arms, till they came near enough for talking. And then they stopped, and each put his shield before his body, and struck it hard into the ground, and they looked at one another over the rim. Brez was the first to speak, and when Shreng heard it was Irish he was talking, his own tongue, he was less uneasy, and they drew nearer, and asked questions as to one another's family and race. And after a while they put their shields away, and it was what Shreng said, that he had raised his in dread of the thin, sharp spears. And it was what Shreng said, that he had raised his in dread of the thin, sharp spears Brez had in his hand, and Brez said that he himself was in dread of the thick-handled spears he saw with Shreng, and he asked where all the arms of the Firbolg were of the same sort, and Shreng took off the tines of his spear to show them better, and Brez wondered at them, being so strong and heavy and so sharp at the sides, though they had no points. And Shreng told him the name of those spears were Creasuk, and that they would break through shields and crush flesh and bone, so that their thrust was death or wounds that never healed. You've been bitten for 24 years and you never became a bug expert. You're just You just accept the pain, Mike. You just accept the pain of the mosquitoes. You wanted to become an etymologist when you were a wee one. You gave that up around the age of 6 because you like animals more than bugs. You have eucalyptus for bugs, at least for mozzies. Ah, smart. It is an inevitability. I hope you guys are enjoying this now. We're getting into the actual stories. I'll probably finish up. I'll see if I can. How many pages do I have of this kind of first section? The coming of the Tuatha. 14. Where are we now? We might maybe able to finish that. I'll see. We're coming to the end of this one. And he looked at the sharp, thin, hard-pointed spears that were with breasts, and in the end they made an exchange of spears, the way the fighters on each side would see the weapons the other were used to, and it is the message breasts sent to the Firbolgs, that if they would give up one half of Ireland, his people would be content to take it in peace, but if they would not give up that much, there should be a battle. And he and Shreng said to one another that whatever might happen in the future, they themselves would be friends. Dude, imagine going someplace like to a rival race, and you and their like best champion just become like really good friends as you guys chat. Shreng went back to Tara and gave the message and showed the spear, and it is what he advised his people to share the country and not to go into battle with a people that had weapons so much better than their own. But Eachid and his chief men consulted together, and they said in the end, we will not give up the half of the country to these strangers, for if we do, they said, they will soon take the whole. Now as the men to Dea, when Bress went back to them, and showed them the heavy spear and told them of the strong, fierce man he had got it from, and how sturdy he was and well armed, they thought it likely there would soon be a battle, and they went back from where they were to a better place, farther west than Connacht, and there they settled themselves, and made walls and ditches on the plain of Mognia, where they had the great mountain, Belgata, in their rear. And while they were moving there and putting up their walls, 3 queens of them, Bauth and Macha and Mirgu, went to Tara where the Firbolgs were making their plans, and by the power of their enchantments they brought mists and clouds of darkness over the whole place, and they sent showers of fire and of blood over the people, the way they could not see or speak with one another through the length of 3 days. But at the end of that time the 3 druids of the Firbolg, Cesarn and Nautoch and Enotoch, broke their enchantment. Thank you, Haru, for the hydrate. Oh no, I hope that wasn't too loud. Hello, Lapis. Hello. Welcome in. And you're here too. Hello, Aquamog. Welcome in. Vikings? No, not Vikings. They're actually raiding us for cookies. Hang on a second. I'm gonna get my beating stick. I'm gonna beat them. Trying to steal our cookies. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Lapis, for the raid. Let me very quickly. No, I don't have Lapis as a command. At Lapis Windbloom. Goodness, oh my god, I completely forgot to raise my book up, actually. I've been reading all this time. Your VTuber model is never not cool. Thank you so much, Aqua. Your model is very pretty too. I think yours is very pretty. I like the tail. I want to grab the tail and just like grab it. Don't beat you up. Don't you guys try and steal my cookies. Hi, Lapis. What were you guys up to? What were you doing? He's flirting? No, I just want to grab a shark's tail. That's it. Wait, no. Is it shark? Your model is playing some Elden Ring. Ooh, did you die? Did you die, Lapis? Or did you win? Were you doing well? Your model is hot. Thank you, Chiaki. A lot. I'm not surprised. But I hope you managed to succeed somewhat. Good job, Lapis. I'm proud of you. You told them to behave. They are not behaving. They're doing okay. They're doing their best. It's okay. Leave your sister wife's based sister wife. You just got to add a daughter sister wife to that list, and you'd be doing well, Snailer Moon. Leave your daughter's sister, leave your sister wife's tail alone, and you'll leave the cookies alone. Don't ask. No, I understand. I understand, sister wife. Congrats, we have this chat. We have cursed this chat too. You guys are lucky that that certain individuals aren't here, because they would also curse this chat. Daughter, sister, wife, are you playing Crusader Kings? Sometimes, maybe. Maybe I sometimes make a family bush, a family circle. I like, you know those tree arts? You know those like... Can you have a cookie if you ask nicely? Okay. You may have a cookie. You should kidnap Brua as a hostage. No, don't kidnap Brua. No branches here, just a straight line. Or just it folds back on itself. Don't take Brua. Brua's the little bread guy down there. But I suppose I should introduce myself, shouldn't I? Hello, everyone. My name is Rua Uaquilta. I'm a half-human, half-Tuatha, that is the god peoples of Ireland, who arrived here and drove the Fear Bulg, but were ultimately pushed out of Ireland, or pushed underground in Ireland, or into the other world by the Gale, which is the other half of me. I'm a Fenian warrior, and actually, we are currently reading about the not the Fianna, but we are reading about the Tuatha, and actually their arrival in Ireland. We just finished, we just are reading about how when they first landed in Ireland, Bress, that's how you pronounce them? Wait, you just saw this? You must claim it for science. Lapis. No, that's not fair. We're not, usually I don't do that. But you rated, and I would be I'd be very, no. No, don't make me. I'm trying to read, Lapis. I'm trying to read. Don't make me say these things. No, it's not fair. Usually I don't do this. Unless I'm doing like a 3DO ASMR stream. But you rated me, and I looked like everyone would hate me. You will delay your stream to Aquamog. You might be delaying for a while. These are hard. This is like actually hard for me to do. The first time I had to do this, I'm pretty sure it took me like 20 minutes. It took me 20 minutes, maybe even longer. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable, but it's especially when it's a streamer friend. Ugh. He died. I really did. Okay. Look, I want to get back. Do it with a smile in that cute face of you. Don't say these words. Don't make this harder than it needs to be for me. Don't make this more horrible. You were there. It was at least 20 minutes. No. The taunting. Are you flirting with someone who isn't me? Is okay. You know what? The fact that I can do it and make someone jealous, that sounds funny. That's how I'm going to justify this one to me. That I'm not doing it for any weird reason. I'm just doing it to fuck with someone else. Okay. Okay. Let me hang on. Let me get closer. Let's make this a good one. Okay. Jealousy is a hell of a motivator. Winding people up is a good motivator for me. Okay. Fuck. It was Good Girl, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, I have to like stretch. I have to like get myself in the mind frame. No, it's difficult. It's difficult for me to say these things. You could cut the tension with a knife here. Don't talk about knives in front of Brewer. He's scared of them. Isn't that right, little Brewer? I just That's not even lore. That just came to me, but that's now his lore. Rua, just think of Genzuki. Yeah, but I wouldn't be calling him girl. That would be mean. Talk about bread knives instead. No, don't talk about bread knives in front of Rua. Okay. Because Aquamog is waiting to start her stream, it would be very rude of me to struggle. Butter, he's tastier with butter, no doubt. Okay. Lapis. Lapis. Okay. Lapis. You are stop trying to make a recipe for Brewer. Stop trying to create a recipe. Cease this. Lapis. You are such a good girl. Good girl, Lapis. Is that nice? Is that what you want, Lapis? For me to call you a good... No! Not in front of my mama. Not in front of my mama. This is not fair. Why do you have to join? Mama, I swear, this hasn't been what I've been doing for like the last 2 hours. I was reading a book. About Irish mythology. You respected the bag. I'm not in there to rule points. No, don't poke me. Okay, I had to do it a few more times. Fuck. I was like in the groove, and then I saw Inca_VT. What else do you say? Just repeating good girl? Is that what you guys want? Okay. Your mama proud. You get one more, we'll say. Tell me to go on. This feels like a father walking in, sitting down, and throwing money. Not even throwing money, just like cheering on his daughter. No, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Okay. Lapis, you are such a good girl. Such a good girl. I always appreciate you. Thank you for always being so sweet. Okay, I'm done. It's over. And you're not getting that. That was only because she rated. I don't usually do these on a reading stream. Don't request it. You're not going to get it. Unless you're like a special person. And now if you redeem it and I don't do it, you're going to be like, I'm not special? Yeah, fuck you. Wow, I just put myself into a hole, and like the next time someone redeems it. Haru. You got time raids, you can't raid Rua. Oh, time zones. That's okay, Akamog. I've been able to raid you. I think you raided me a little while ago. Haru. You're getting refunded this. You're getting refunded these points. I've already struggled enough today. I'm gonna refund them. You're not special. No. No, why did I say that? The moment it was out of my mouth, I was like, that's not... Stop. Stop requesting it. None of you were getting it. None of you were getting it. Not one. Snailer Moon, thank you, Snailer Moon, for the follow. I like your name. I like Snailer Moon. That's a good name. What is it? Good. Where's the ASMR redeem? There it is. No, wait, I was going to give you back one from 3 months ago. Nora and Haru. There we go. You guys get your points back. You're going to draw me pregnant one of these days? No, that's not fair. That's horrible. You are the only special one here. Exactly, Lapis. Very special. All right, time to stop dying of laughter and do your own stream. I'm glad you enjoyed Aquamog. Enjoy. Have a wonderful stream. Thank you. It's a great name. You should go get some dinner. You will lurk. I'm probably only going to be streaming for maybe 10 minutes more, so we'll be raiding. We'll send the raid on to someone else. The emo was amazing. Oh, the emo Haru. No, you guys are getting too varied with these emos. I do like all the not the emos, the Haru, the fuck my. See, this is what happens now. My brain is like destroyed. All of the rules that have been being created. Shut up, Haru. Yeah. Can I go? Can I go back to reading my book? I want to at least finish this story. There's like a page. There's a page left in the story. Nuh-uh. Why are you guys so mean to me? Mama, do you allow them to bully me? That's mean. No, I'm not gonna call you a bad mama. You did an amazing job in creating me. I can't do that. Did you like your new command? Did you like your new command? I don't know if you saw it because things went very fast there. Read a book. Oh, yeah. I suppose I never explained what I do. So I try to read books. Typically reading mythology, which we're doing right now, philosophy, theology, history at times, which is also this. You saw it? Hell yeah. Wait, hang on. There we go. That's a better wink. You guys see, I prefer winking on this side, because if I wink on this side, I have to pull my face, like, I have to use more muscles. He tried to read book, but you destroy his composure. That happens more than I'd like. The thing is that, like, if I see a comment in chat, I have to read it. I have to see what was said. Or at least I look at it, and if it's enough to get me talking, it can be enough to, like, distract me. I've had reading streams where I've read, like, 2 or 3 pages. You love a bunch of those topics? Hell yeah. Read the book. I will read the book. We'll finish off this story. So anyway, we were reading the story of the landing of the Tuatha Dé, coming from the 4 cities and their 4 wise men and their 4 special items, and their meetings with the Firbolg of King Eowyn of the Firbolg, sending their champion Shreng, who ends up meeting the champion of the Tuatha Dé when they see him coming along, and they have a discussion, the champion of the Tuatha Dé being Bress swimsuit? I guess this is my swimsuit. Shattered. No, he's made of porcelain today. Billy, no, don't. He always, like, breaks apart or turns to dust or combusts or explodes before I can say anything. Cat fact: the cheetah is the fastest land animal. It can run at speeds of up to 70 miles an hour. That is, when I actually put that into perspective of how fast of an animal that is insane. This is, for those of you who are new, this is the model. This is the full body portion of the model, I suppose. Frilly swimsuit, Ruadh. Like a full body swimsuit that has, like, frills. Leg scare. Do you like the leg scare? There's also one on the hand. People may not see that one often. Oh, Lapis is a fan of leg scares, I see. They're pretty good. pink and sparkly. Can you, Haru? Okay, not to do with the swimsuit, but I did just get like an idea of like a not safe for work if you guys ever got to like, you know, a certain number of subs or like, you know, some sort of donation goal. I have an idea for one, but I'm not going to tell you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Wait, I forgot. Mama. I hope it doesn't involve feet. I saw how much you struggled drawing them today. I was watching Mama's stream. I was watching Inca's stream, and she was she was trying to draw Bucky, kind of like squatting from a kind of sort of like it was like a back side angle, and like the feet were kind of like it was squatted down, but the feet were raised up, so he was kind of on his tippy toes. Like, you know, he wasn't heels down like a proper Russian. And she was on a search to find what she wanted, to find a art model for it. Bucky from Marvel? I don't know. All I know is he appears to be a pretty man, and they like him. Very muscular. My mama likes drawing him in a towel, which makes sense. You shall watch. No. This is just like... this place is just going to become a place for Fujos to conjoin. Conjoin? What? Conjoin? If you get 50 Fujos together, they conjoin into a Transformer Fujo. No, it's not even like a transformer. It's like the Power Rangers, the Power Rangers like beast things where they can like join into like a big robot. Are you a Fujo if you exclusively ship Bucky with himself? I think that's an advanced Fujo. But I meant converge, but this is going to be a place where Fujos will converge and then they will share their likes, and then they will all like the same things. And that's all my chat's going to be. Okay, I'm getting a little bit cold. I'm gonna put back on my clothing. But yeah, okay, I got a little picture in my mind. Okay, finish book. Well, not finish the chapter. This is a really big book, by the way. This thing's like 400 pages. Harold, stop. You're a male VTuber. The game was rigged from the start. I said in my debut of this model that Fujos are the backbone of the male VTubing like society. Without them, we would be lost. So they're very important. A twunk VTuber. Oh, I think I need to lose a little bit of weight to be a thwunk. No, but as a VTuber, I suppose that's probably a rough description. I want to be on the hunkier side a little bit more. Bara. See, the thing is that when I picture Bara, I picture like really muscular, like I don't want to say goofy muscular, but like just really big. Like I feel like there's got to be a balance there. Ikiman, your boy on steroids, yeah. I just grow like I become like Vox and his JoJo muscular. Yeah. I become like Vox and his like super vampire form. I grow like 15 feet. Okay, that's a bit much. 15 feet is a bit much. I grow like 2 feet and my shoulders become like twice as wide and my fingers grow 3 times the size because women really like long hands from what I can see. in the yaoi art, the yaoi proportions. Okay, let me finish this. So they just took back the weapons to each other, and the three queens of the Tuatha Dé went to the Fear Bolg's place and casted enchantments, and they were driven off and protected, the Fear Bolgs, by their three druids, Sasarn, Nátoch, and Ignatoch. Okay, let's go. The Fearbows gathered their men together then, and they came with their 11 battalions and took their stand at the eastern end of the plains of Magnia. And Nuada, king of the men of Dea, sent his poets to make the same offer he had made before, to be content with the half of the country if it was given up to him. King Eaquid bade the poets to ask an answer of his chief men that were gathered there, and when they heard the offer they would not consent. So the messengers asked them, when would they begin the battle? We must have a delay, they said, for we want time to put our spears and our armour in order, and to brighten our helmets, and to sharpen our swords, and to have spears made like the ones you have. we want your spears. And as to yourselves, they said, you will be wanting to have spears like ours, like our Creasuks made for you. So they agreed to make a delay of a quarter of a year for preparation. It was on a midsummer day that they begun the battle. 3 times 9 hurlers of the Tuatha Dé went out against 3 times 9 hurlers of the Fear Bolgs. And they were beaten, and every one of them was killed. And the king Eaquid sent a messenger to ask what would they have the battle every day or every second day. Wait, hang on. And it was what Nuada answered, that they would have it every day, but there should be just the same number of men fighting on each side. Eaquid agreed to that, but he was not well pleased, for there were more men of the Fear Bolg than of the men of the Dea. So the battle went on for 4 days, and there were great feats done on each side, and a great many champions came to their death. But for those that were alive at evening, the physicians on either side used to make a bath of healing, with every sort of healing plant and herb in it, the way they would be strong and sound for the next day of battle. And on the 4th day the men of Dea got the upper hand, and the Fear Bolgs were driven back. And a great thirst came on Eaquid, their king, in the battle, and he went off the field looking for a drink, and 350s of his men protecting him. But 350s of the Tuatha Dé Danann followed after them, till they came to the strand that is called Treig Éthil. And they had a fierce fight there, and at last the king Eaquid fell, and they buried him there, and they raised a great heap of stone over his grave. You're gonna fall asleep to story time now. I hope you enjoy. Hang on, let me come a little closer, just a little bit. That's enough. There we go. And when they were but 300 men left of the 11 battalions of the Fear Bolg, and Shreng at the head of them, Nuada offered them peace, and their choice among the 5 provinces of Ireland. And Shreng said they would take Connacht, and he and his people lived there, and their children after them. It is of them Ferdiad came afterwards, that made such a good fight against Cuchulainn. And Erc, son of Cerbra, that gave him his death, and that battle that was the first fought in Ireland by the men of Dea was called by some the first battle of Magtura. And so the Tuatha Dé took possession of Tara. That was sometimes called Druim Cain, the beautiful ridge, and Liat Druim, the grey ridge, and Druim na Discon, the ridge of the outlook. All those names were given to Tara, and from that time it was above all the other places, for its king was the high king over all Ireland. The king's wraith lay to the north, and the hill of the hostages to the northeast of the high seat, and the green of Tara to the west of the hills of hostages. And to the northeast In the hill of the Sheed was a well called Neamnoch, and out of it there flowed a stream called Nith, and on that stream the first mill was built in Ireland. And to the north of the hill of the hostages was a stone, the Lia Fail, or Fall, and it used to roar under the feet of every king that would take possession of Ireland. And the wall of the 303 whispers, and the wall of the 3 whispers was near the house of the woman that had 7 doors to the east, and 7 doors to the west. And it is in that house the feasts of Tara used to be held. And there was the great house of 1,000 soldiers, and near it to the south the little hill of the women soldiers. I think that is where I am going to leave the book for today. We got 1 story done. Next one is going to be chapter 2, The Reign of Bress. But that long intro definitely kind of slowed down, and being distracted for an hour definitely didn't help. But then also having a raid from Lapis was also very nice. But thank you guys so much for joining. I unfortunately must go quite quickly. I hope you have a lovely sleep, Snailer Moon. I have to say your name fully every time. I can't just call you I could call you Snailer. Snailer is kind of funny, but Snailer Moon makes me... You do like the designs, though? Oh, you're talking about JoJo. You're starting to doze off. Good night, Shade. I hope you have a lovely eep. Clap, clap, clap. You're excited for this book? I am too. I think it's going to be a really fun book to read. I'm going to go and try to find, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to try and find some images that might be handy to put up for you guys. It might show like maybe possible locations of battles or things. I don't know if that exists, but I'm sure there's something like that somewhere. Someone's definitely gone to do that before. Ruadh, does the book have a philosophy? Have a philosophy? What are you talking about? Does it have an appendix? I know you're talking about glossary, but all I could think about was the dance move, the floss, and it's just like 20 pages of different gods and Irish heroes doing the floss. There's a few actually. I didn't even check the back of here. There's place names. There's the pronunciation. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this on myself, and we'll see if I can be better. I may even post this, and you guys can know when I fuck up. There is wait, hang on. How do I say this? The authorities. Yeah. Sorry, I just read that because they were books. I was like the author, and then I was like the authorities. What does that mean? Then a list of stories used. What's this last appendix about? The age and origin of the stories of Athena and the apology. Ooh, the apology. I wonder what that's about. But anyway, we'll come to those later. You'll be back for sure. That's really sweet of you, Snailer Moon. Thank you. It's very nice having you. Post it along with that tweet. Oh yes, I will find that for you. Somewhere. Who will I raid? Who is around? Who's on is also a question. We're back and hitting the men again? What is Daya talking about? Hitting on... He said hitting the men, not hitting men. Or not hitting on men. Hello, Haru. Did you guys not say hi to each other earlier? I thought there was maybe another... Would you guys like to raid Daya? I don't know what he's doing, but he's hitting men. Hit men. Hit men. Thank you for the stream. Hope everyone has a lovely time zone. Yeah, hope everyone has a lovely time. Okay, this is no longer going to be an ASMR stream. You guys made sure this wasn't an ASMR stream. So, what's he doing? Oh, he's playing Hitman. He's playing Hitman. I see. That makes more sense. Guys, listen, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb, I swear. Okay. But we are going to raid into Diamandis. Please treat him well. He is one of my closest friends in the VTuber community. Probably my closest friend. Well, at least one of them, definitely. Sure. Don't be mean to me. Sure, buddy. I'm smart. I have knowledge. I have IQ points. I have double-digit IQ points. Yeah, how about that one? I bet you guys don't even have 80 IQ points. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to send you guys over to Daya. Oh, wait, his model isn't active because he needs like he has a PNG active at the moment for him to be able to play Hitman. It is a pretty intensive game. Anyway. Garev Mila Mahagut and Slán Gafol, and I will talk to you guys next stream. Bye bye.